Hello, everybody. Good morning from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs Corner with us here this morning. Join us, if you will, with a nice cup of coffee or tea, whatever your morning beverage is, or mid morning beverage is. Join us as we dive into today's amazing session. If you're watching the live, thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. Do leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you guys also. And we do these episodes weekly to bring you valuable information about the online business, how you can get started, and much more, and to also answer your questions. Senator, before we go in,
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. I am Senator from the lovely Ontario with beautiful Wednesday here, 10 a.m., 10:11 to be exact, and nice, bright sunshine day. So we are here to chat anything and everything with a good cup of
of
coffee.
coffee.
Join us. Cheers.
Before we get into that, like, what's your go-to? Like, is it coffee or tea first?
Coffee. Coffee. I'm a coffee person. Early morning, actually. This is my second one today. Normally, just one cup of coffee. Good coffee, strong Italian espresso in the morning,
Oh,
early morning.
espresso.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like my coffee strong. I'm from Ethiopia, so we are known for coffee.
Uh-huh. I, I
So
I like coffee, but I can't have it too strong. For me, I
yeah.
have to have it like the original, not too you know. Yeah. Anyway, but recently, yes, I used to start my morning with a cup of coffee, but recently I find myself drinking not a whole cup, like a half a cup of tea first, and then
Yeah.
I have my coffee right after. Like I want to have the coffee first, um, but recently I started to drink like a half a cup of hot tea first, and then I have my coffee.
Uh,
That's been my routine, but coffee is my go-to. And then some days you're so like tired, and then you want to have that coffee. How many cups do you have?
Pardon?
Per, how many cups do you have per day?
Oh, I just have one cup, but as I say, my cup has to be really good and strong. And I drink flavor coffee, so hazelnut cream. It's
Mm.
really, has that nice flavor. Just give me that kickstart I need to start my day.
I know. But it's so like for me, before I came to Canada, I was like a tea person. Like we
Mm,
drink tea in the morning, not coffee, right?
yeah.
And I came to Canada, and all of a sudden it's coffee in the morning, not tea. I can't do without the coffee in the morning. I need my coffee. It's so strange how environment straight change your habit, and I don't mean it in
Mhm.
a bad way, because back home when you wake up in the morning you drink a cup of hot tea, and that's
Mhm.
how we don't really drink coffee that often, um,
Mhm. Mhm.
you know and I came to Canada, and when I first started my job I was like drinking like, first I started with one, and then it was like two, and then it was like three. I'm like, okay, this is way too much. I need to like cut back on it. Yeah, but if you guys are watching, you're getting to know us a little bit here too about our coffee drinking habits. So today we're just gonna get into our topic for today. We decided to have this conversation because we still get asked like um, the frequent questions we get asked, and some questions that we rarely get asked. So we just want to come on here and clear some of that up for you guys. If you're wondering if you're in this situation, if you can do this business, that type of stuff. So we're gonna get into it. And also, do leave us a comment if you have any questions for us on here today. So, recently I did get a question asked. So, I have somebody who has been following me for a long time, and they were interested in the business a couple years ago, but they didn't, go forward. And they said they have been following me for, a while now, and they are interested, but they are in a situation where, you know, they don't know if it will affect their situation if they start a business. So, like with this current economy, a lot of us are getting, laid off, things are happening, emergencies are happening, and that puts us in a position where we are either out of a job without an income, or we go on government employment insurance. Now, the question is, if I am getting government employment insurance, can I do this business? Because then I'll have to claim income, right? I'm doing a business, I'm getting income. I cannot collect on the EI in the beginning of the business. And I do understand where that concern comes from, because remember, when you're starting the business, you're not gonna start earning the next day, right? So you cannot just completely give up, because all of us, I was in that situation at one point where I was on EI, right? And you cannot just like start this business today. You're in a tough situation and give up your employment insurance. I know how that can be. So if you're wondering, if I'm on some kind of assistant and, I want to do this business, do I have to give up that when I start a business? Eventually, yes, you would have to, but not right at the beginning. When you start a business, getting set up and that type of stuff, you can still get the business going, in the beginning. um, so you don't have to worry that, I can't do this because I'm on EI or some assistance, right? But I'm not saying that when you are in the business you can still collect on the EI, right? But I'm not gonna get in too much into that details. But I just wanna touch a little bit on that. That if you're in a situation as such where that's your situation and you're thinking that you cannot give that up to do the business, to start a business, there is a way. And obviously we will get in more into details with this, but we can have a conversation about that. But I just wanted to touch on that like slightly. So because I don't know who else out there, is in this situation and they feel like, what, I can do this business. I'm gonna try to get a job first, and then I'm gonna, have my job and work on the business on the side. So if you're in a situation and you're watching, hope that clears that up for you a bit. Sanadu, take it.
Uh, yeah, it's interesting, because sometimes we don't know what happened in life, right? Life can strike anytime. There's no set time, and there's no way of knowing what will happen tomorrow because we don't know. I have similar question recently. Someone who is, had a job, very good paying job, professional, but pregnant. Soon, I don't know, in a couple of months, she will give birth. But her question was, uh, she will have a job to go to after the mat leave. Usually, people on mat leave, you are collecting EI, and some company they do top up because you don't get your full salary in EI. I think you get 70% or something like that. And some company they will top up, but not every company. So there will be income reduction there when you are during that, mat leave 1 year time. But the question is for every mother, after when that mat leave finished, back in the head, I am going back to work, leaving my newborn, right? That's frightening because I have been there. I have done it. I mean, today, people who's, giving birth, they are lucky they have 1 year maternity leave, but in my time was 4 months. So you can imagine 4 months old. Either you quit your job and stay home with your baby, or you give your baby to the stranger to take care of it while you go out and earn. So her question is, she has this option to go back to, but how I'm gonna leave my kid, right? If I started this business, uh, what would happen, right? Nothing happened. And during mat leave, if you start this business, first of all, you have to, there's a time. I mean, if you are lucky, you can start earning very quickly, or it's a business, you have to build it, and you might not start earning right away. So you still can collect your EI, but the beauty part is when that 1 year period is finished, and when you start earning, you have a choice here, you have a leverage, either if you decide to go back to your work or stay home and have your baby, right? And then build your business. Actually, a lot of people in our community did that. My mentor, she found this business during her mat leave. And then when her 1 year mat leave time is over, she start earning through the business, and she decided not to go. So that's, a plus. I mean, I didn't have that opportunity. So if you guys are out there thinking about it, especially those who are on mat leave, this is a perfect opportunity. So you can try, this business and see what happen. And at the same time, you have an option whether to go back or to stay home with your kids. So, situation, this type of thing can happen. And some people, they may have, sick parents, sick spouse, they need to take care of, and forced to leave their job. And I was forced to leave my job because when my husband was, got his COVID and, was ICU for 5 months, I didn't have a choice because I have to be beside him. So I have to give up my income. But I started this business before he got sick. Even that, I paused the business, given the circumstance, whatever was going at the time. But at least we have, something to lean on just in case, life strikes. So yeah, if anyone want to have a backup plan, I think it's a doable. Yeah, what do you
Exactly.
think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's, what do you think? I think, we all have similar stories in our life,
Mm.
and I guess we can relate it too. Yeah.
Definitely, I think that's why a lot of people love this business because they can find a lot of people to relate to, because a lot of people are going through the same things that you and I were going through, or they come in with they saw somebody else video and they can relate with that person because
Mhm.
they were in that situation, right? And
Yeah.
this is how this business has built, because people can relate to each other. People from one point or the other were going through similar situations, and they saw somebody started this online business and changed that situation into
Mhm.
financial freedom, time flexibility, and so much more. And this is
Mhm.
why we love this business, because it benefits us. It works for any situation you are in. You don't have to rush. You go at your own pace. Nobody's gonna belittle you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but some of us, we work in a work situation where we get shouted at, or that sort of stuff, right? And in this business, you don't have to worry that somebody's gonna come and yell at you, right? You work for yourself, you build your business, you connect, and you grow. And this is why this business is so amazing, and that's why our founders created this business like this, so it works for everybody. And when I say everybody, you have to be willing to put in the work to do the business, right? The business works if you do the part that you have to do for the business, right? I was gonna say something else just now. When when you were talking, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good thing. I want to mention something on that, and then it's like,
And then disappear.
it disappear.
Yeah, it happens. We'll come back.
It will come back.
Yeah.
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 So, and and this is like a really, really frequent question. It's a scam, right? Or it's not a question, it's a statement. This is a scam. And they put it in bold letters, right? And I recently saw this video, and they were saying, okay, when you get a mortgage, everybody, like a mortgage approved from the bank, everybody claps, right? When you take
Mhm.
out a loan to go study, and whatever, everybody claps, right? When you get that promotion that you want, or you get a job that you're gonna work, and again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to work a 9 to 5. If you love that and that's what you want, that's completely fine, right? That's your choice. Um, and everybody claps. But when you put out there that you're starting an online business, it's a scam. Why is it a scam? It's not a scam. So many things are going online. Even the stores, a lot of the stores are closing and they're just doing online, like shopping and whatever, because everything is migrating. Almost a lot of things are migrating online, right? You can do online studies. You can work from home. A lot of you have quite a few jobs that you can do from home. And I'm saying jobs. This is a business, not a job. um, so it's not a scam, because you go and you take a mortgage and you are bound by that mortgage at the bank for years, right? And this business, you invest into it, so you give it 3 years and you invest that 3 year, and you achieve financial freedom and flexibility. That's not a scam. If achieving financial flexibility and time flexibility and having that freedom to do things your way, if that's a scam, well, I'm interested. Because that's what you want. And that's why we started this, because we want to have that freedom to be able to live life on our terms. So if that's something, whoever is commenting and they think it's a scam, if you think having that is a scam, well, then we cannot change a lot of people's mind. We can only share with you. And again, we have a lot of information that you guys can look into, and check to see the legitimacy of this business. We just don't tell you, give me your money. We don't say that, right? We give you free information. We answer your questions, and that's how you learn about the business. This business, you do your research, you do your due diligence, and then you see, what, this is for me or not, right? And if you still think it's a scam, well, that's just your opinion, right? We cannot make you change that if you don't want to. And as I said, it's an amazing business, and why we like it is because it works, right? It works for you and not the other way around. Anything on that, Senator?
Yeah, I was just thinking when you're talking, when you see this beautiful face, do you think we look like a scammer? I don't think so. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
if, I mean, yes, we talk about our life, we talk about who we are, we talk about our children and our dogs, and we are just average ordinary people like everyone else, but who wants a better life, who are tired of the 9 to 5, who wants more time freedom, more financial freedom. We all have different goal in mind when we started this business. I personally, of us, we are scammer. I personally, I wouldn't come out here and talk about this. Trust me, I am. I came out of my shell. I'm very, very private person, very shy. But because I was, getting benefit from this business, that's why I'm out here to share what I'm benefiting. So those who are really wants something, some changes in their life so they can benefit from it. If you think a scam, no worries. We are not forcing anybody, trust me. One thing I love about this business, you don't have to beg, you don't have to push, you don't have to, uh, be salesy, pushy. Uh, we came here, we start this business because we want to change our life. That's why we start this business. And then we are getting a result from whatever we were looking for. But I don't go out and, ask somebody if you don't believe in it. It's up to you.
Definitely.
If you want to change your life, you have, some goal in mind. You want to, travel. You want to support your family. You want, everyone has a different why we start this business. So always someone who are serious, and then someone who wants change, they don't question it. That's why we don't push. We have, like, during our webinar, that's why we offer so many things free first before you decide this business is for you. If we were pushy, if we are scammer, we would, get you somehow, but we are not doing that. We give people the option to explore without spending a penny. And then after, you do your own due diligence, your own, convincing, then it's up to you to move forward. Because that's how I did it. That's how Dolmanti did it. No one pushed us. It's with our own free will. So, if you think we are a scammer, that's fine. It's great, but we are not. we are, we are sharing our life. We are showing you our home. Scammer don't do that. They do it in a closed curtain.
And thank you, Joel, for tuning in, and
Yeah, thank you.
glad you're enjoying what we are sharing. Yeah, it's so strange that, and I've seen, so randomly I will be scrolling on social media, and you see an interesting
Cheers.
post, right? Cheers. And you see an interesting post, and they have like a catchy story, right? They write this post, and they put like a nice story, and I'm like, oh, the story is interesting. But then at the climax of the story, they cut it off and they say, oh, find the full story in the comments, right? When you go in the comments, they give you an external link to click, and that's where they catch you. Here we don't do that. We don't give you an external link. We give you our website, and you go to our website, and the only thing you put in there is your name and your email. We don't ask for anything else. Some of those external links, when you click it, they do ask for, I mean, they are legitimate ones that, you know if they're selling a program and they're just advertising. That's different. But the scammers, they have a way of hiding the way they scam you, right? They give you a story, then they put a link, and you click the link, and they want to, that's how they work. But we absolutely don't do that. We just give you the information, and then you make that decision if you want to go forward or not. And then that's it, right? It's always your choice. Nobody's, like forcing anyone here. And and you were talking, so I also got this question: do I have to do videos, and like you do? And the answer is no, you don't have to. And I think we touched on this a little bit in previous go lives, but we'll talk about it again. No, you don't have to. Gradually you'll grow into it, because when I first started, no, I didn't do videos. I just posted like pictures and quotes, and share the business opportunity. That's about it. And I think it was like maybe, I don't know, a couple months, like 5 6 months into the business, our coaches did a go live challenge where we had to do live, and that was live. That wasn't like a recorded video, right? And I remember when and I joined it because I wanted to build the confidence to do go live, right? And so I had to do this interview with another business owner, and I was sweating, like my entire skin was wet because I was so nervous to do this go live. But it actually pushed me out of my comfort zone, right? So no, if you think you want to do this business, but you don't want to do it because you don't want it, you think you have to do videos to do this business. It's lovely to do little videos, but you don't have to. There are people who don't do no videos, just post regularly, images, the business opportunity, and that sort of stuff. And they do videos, but not with their face, right? You can take like photos from the internet and create like a short video, that sort of stuff. But yeah, you don't have to put your like, what, in the first month I don't want to put my face out there. I just want to do the business and start growing. So you don't have to worry that you have to do go lives or a recorded video at the beginning, because like me, I was camera shy, and I know that feeling. It's a very challenging thing to put yourself out there, especially when you don't do that. And like me, I've said this a million times already. I've never used to post on social media. I probably used to post on Facebook like once a year, and that was it. I wasn't a social media person. I'll be on it, but I never used to post because I didn't like, putting myself out there. And that's the reason alone tells you how legitimate this business is. Because I wouldn't have put myself here on live, if this wasn't a legitimate business. So yeah, you don't have to worry about, videoing yourself, doing go lives, when you get started with the business. So if that's a concern for you, please don't worry. I don't want that. Why we're sharing this is that we don't want that simple reason stopping you from starting this amazing business. So that's why we share this, because it can be a minor thing that's holding you back, right? And why we do these episodes and these questions is that we want you to have clarity, so you can understand. Okay, I don't have to. This reason won't hold me back, because I can do it this way, or I can do it this way, right? So I hope you guys are finding value from all of this. And Sanadu was like me too. She mentioned too, like camera shy. And
Oh,
what's
not only camera shy, I was like, I have serious phobia. Facebook phobia, camera phobia, you name it. But you know what? If there's willingness, you can you can do anything. And in today's technology, we have faceless, we have these, there's so many way you can do it.
I think when you come out of that bubble too, you
Yeah.
actually learn a lot about yourself, and
Mhm.
there are skills that you
Sorry.
put out there that you didn't even realize. It's for me too. Like
Yeah.
I do certain things. I'm like, okay, where did that come from, right? And the
Hmm.
potential is just there. You just have to feed it, right? And
Yeah.
once you feed that potential, it's gonna grow into something amazing. So
Mhm.
just be, proactive. Just think
Be
about,
you. Be you.
be curious, like our sis Ophelia said last week. Be
Mhm.
curious.
Yeah.
If you see something, there's a reason why, if you're seeing our videos all the time, there's a reason it's on your timeline or your feed, right? Be
Mhm.
curious, ask questions, feed your curiosity, and learn. And again, as we said, it's no forcing. If you think this is something not for you, it's not for you, right?
Mhm.
But we are here to guide you. If you are, or you just have questions, we are here. Any last things, Sanadu, before we go?
Yeah, we are here to support any way you like. Any question you can drop us. Learn more. I mean, we didn't jump into the bit. I At least I didn't jump into the business right away. I did a lot of learning, a lot of researching, a lot of things before I decide to dive in, 100%. So explore our Facebook page. If you are curious, if you think whatever is holding you back in your head with scam or uh, a technology thing or it's shyness, anything, just explore on our Facebook page, and you will see. And when you are ready, I mean, first of all, you have to be 100% ready. If you are keep watching us, that means there's something back in your head, you know, uh, telling you uh, to see why you are seeing this, right? So, and honesty is the best policy. We do bring honest, whatever we are talking about is honest from heart. And if you think there's something you want to change in your life, just explore. That's all I can say. And thank you for watching us wherever you're watching us from, and also let us know. So we want to know, this is a global community, and it's good to know where people watching us from.
Definitely.
God bless.
We thank you again so much, and we will bring you another episode next week of Entrepreneurs Corner. If you have specific questions or topic that you guys want us to talk about on the business, do message us, leave us a comment. If you're interested in starting a business, we will get you access to that free workshop. And we also, the live is Tuesdays and Thursdays. So tomorrow we have a live session 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you cannot make it, the replays are always available. So make sure to message us and get your place secure. So take care and have a blessed rest of the day, guys. Bye.
Bye bye. God bless.